Hello everyone and welcome back. This is a new series that I'm going to be starting. I'm just going to be doing Hades runs one day each day. This is my main slot, so let's start a new one. We're not going to go... Do we want to go for hell mode? Nah, let's just keep this vanilla for now.
Few tales are told.
We're going to be skipping a lot of the story stuff, or at least as much as we can. Mostly just because it's going to save time. I'm capable of completing the game insofar as I can finish a run, but it generally takes around about an hour's worth of video time. So I'm going to be skipping a lot of the text and the dialogue in these games just to save that. It's just going to be straight runs with me commentating.
To hell with this.
So this is the zero run. You don't get the god boons, I don't think, and you just got to get as far as you can on good basic fundamentals. So that's what I'm going to do. For anyone not familiar with the game, why don't we go over the move sets and objectives a little bit. To begin with, you've got your dash, which enables you to quickly get out of the way or close with enemies. You have your standard attack, which is the one I'm using mostly here. That's the 1, 2, 3. The third attack is a thrust that knocks enemies back. As you can see, does extra damage when you knock them into walls. The special attack is a little AoE, which can be helpful, as it also destroys projectiles.
There she is.
And that is your basic move set. There are other things here, so apparently you do get these boons on the first run. Let's see. So these boons obviously modify how you play, they grant extra effects and certain bonuses. So just to keep this run moving quickly, I'm going to go with Divine Dash, because Athena's dash is lovely. You see those shields? That means that basically if I get hit by a projectile while I'm dashing, I'm just going to deflect it right back. So as long as I don't do something stupid like dash into an enemy's melee range, I should be able to be practically invulnerable while dodging. Emphasis on practically here. Again, for those unfamiliar with the game, you can see these are traps. If you're quick, you can step on them without worrying too much, and you can also knock enemies into them for bonus damage if you can get the traps set off as well. Not all enemies set off all traps. Darkness. Okay, that's a nice little resource that you use to get stronger over time. You can basically think of it as XP. It has other uses as well, but we'll get into that as we play the... Ooh, I got hit by the trap as we play the game more. Ooh, hit again. Okay. Got greedy there. You shouldn't be dashing into the traps. Angles of attack matter as well. So, for example, you can see that I generally try and, where I can, get behind these people for bonus backstab damage. Not always relevant. You can rack up damage with things like wall slam, then a damage bonus from another Athena boon. Then the damage bonus from backstab can be, not as important, but you always want it if you can get it. Resist damage from traps. Given how this run is going, that might be helpful, but it is a bit of a bug. Mind you, 90% immunity, it is epic level. Your abilities that deflect also make foes exposed. No, your cast damages foes in a small area. I don't actually like any of these, but I'm going to go with Phalanx Shot. Oh yeah, the cast is another attack that I didn't mention because it's generally not quite so helpful in the early game. The cast, you've got a charger, you can see it in the bottom left of the screen next to my health bar. I've only got one at the moment, but through the mirror, which we'll see later, and the spending of darkness, you can get more. These guys were armoured, emphasis on were armoured, we'll cover that later. But the cast, you can get boons that modify it, and extra abilities in the mirror that make it a little bit more helpful. But by and large in the early game, you mostly get away with just using it as a sort of basically a ranged attack that does a light bit of damage. If an enemy's going to be difficult to access but they're nearly dead, maybe chuck your cast at them. You get choices at the end of each room as to what you want to get. This is going to be extra max health. This is going to be a blessing from Artemis, so blessing boon. I kind of use those interchangeably. I hope that the game doesn't. I hope the game does as well. Otherwise I'm going to be confusing a lot of people. So let's talk about armor. Armor is basically a sort of over health, but it doesn't just provide the mob that's using it with more health. It also renders them immune to this stun lock. And see, when I'm focusing down one enemy, they almost never can attack back. And the main reason for that is because they're being stun locked by my attacks. If they're armoured, that doesn't happen until you get rid of the armour. Once the armour's gone, you're fine. Stronger attack, stronger special. There's another example of something you can use. That's an extra 100 damage is nothing to be sneezed at, but you're basically sticking your cast to wound them and then waiting until it falls back out, at which point it does the damage. Probably helpful for bosses, not so helpful against mobs. Just gonna go with basic stronger attack and more crit chance. So where you've got choices, the symbol on the room will tell you obviously what's going to be in the room, what the reward is. And as we go through the series, we'll talk about the rewards in a bit more detail and contextualise them in the form of end-game resources, as well as things that are just... I'm trying to avoid that. Things that are just helpful for a given run. So obviously, Hades is a game that's played over multiple runs. You die a lot whilst you're learning to play the game, and you probably die a lot once you're making the game a little bit more difficult for yourself. But yeah, each run... Ooh, these dudes. Okay, so these are going to be your first little sub-bosses. These are regular mobs in the next level, but a pair of elite ones here. It's your first little sub-boss, and people can have trouble with these because bombs can be a little bit difficult to avoid until you know what you're doing with them. By and large, just keep moving, and whenever you're moving, you probably want to be dashing. Another nasty little trick of these dudes, and their similar ilk, is that they tend to drop a bomb when they die. Now when you've finished a room, it goes into slow-mo for a moment, as you saw. That means the room is now safe, so that if the last enemy you kill drops a bomb, the bomb won't damage you. And the traps are disarmed as well. Special is strong. I'm not really using the special, but that is really good. Criticals deal even more damage. Yeah, I'm going to go with that one. Mostly because I'm not really using the special at the moment. I don't actually use the sword that much on my runs, so I don't mix it up as much as I probably should be. So in that case, I'm just going to play to my strengths and just do something that's going to make the basic attack a bit more. Oh, they all scattered. I was hoping to get them all in the trap. Oh well. Oh yeah, your dash lets you cross chasms and, weirdly enough, through solid matter a lot of the time. So yeah, you can see that guy not getting stun locked. Now he's getting stun locked. You also have a dash attack, which you get when you press X while dashing. Well, X on this control scheme anyway, your basic attack, shall we say. We want to try and be platform agnostic. New enemies, the skulls and the witches. These witches, these early ones, not so bad. The ones that appear in Elysium, 3rd level, pain in the arse. There you go, example of using a trap on an enemy.
I'm hurt.
Keys.
Can't heal myself.
These keys can be unlocked. Oh, I want to use the special. There we go. Yeah, the keys are used to unlock weapons and also additional upgrades in the mirror. So when you're doing your first few runs, like probably first dozen or so, grabbing as many keys as you can is a good idea. Palm of Power will lets you level up your boons, but I'm going to go with the extra health. I don't think you're supposed to complete the game on this first run, but given that I can't heal at the moment, and I've got the boss fight coming up, assuming I make it that far, I don't want to jinx it. But either way, a bit of extra health right now would not go amiss. There we go. Backing into the corner.
Try me.
Yeah, I'm not playing this particularly well, but there is no but. Okay, yeah, I shouldn't be taking this much damage this early on in the game. So I think I came out of that room probably only marginally better than when I went in. I don't know, I'll have to have a look when the video is finished recording. Ooh, okay, more charge. Ooh. Oh, I know why I'm having trouble. It's that extra dash. I've got an extra dash in my main save file, so I'm used to being able to dash twice to get out of trouble, and yeah, apparently that is a really helpful upgrade, so we'll be picking that up earlier on. Just noticed one. Ooh, okay. Nice job getting those into the corner and then just finishing the job. More darkness. Okay, in the bottom right you can see my total darkness and also my total coin, so I'm going to visit the shop. That's what this icon is. Because I might be able to pick up a heal.
Charon's shop.
Yep, I can pick up a heal. We're going to be ignoring these points of interest as well. Well, I can't pick up a heal, but I can get that.
I'll pay for that.
I can just, yeah, put some down as well. I don't see myself coming out of the fight with Meg too well here. But, let's see how it goes.
Well, this is awkward.
Halt, Zagreus.
Come on.
Again, we're going to be skipping these. I might give it a little pause so that if you really want to follow it, you can pause the video, or you can just buy the game. Did Supergiant have to eat too? Okay, come on, Meg. Well, I'm doing decent damage. Oh, hit by a trap again. That, yeah, that double dodge. Man, I need that. Well, that's episode 0. What we're going to do is have a quick look at the house. I'm not sure if I'm going to do these end game checkups at the end of these videos or maybe at the start of the next one, but for now we'll say the end. Again, we're going to be ignoring most of these conversations, but there's a lot of stuff that you need to do in this house in order to get upgrades for the run. So we'll factor that in somehow. But anyway, that is run 0 down. Next up, we're going to have run 1. Hopefully it will be a little bit better. Priority 1 is going to be to get this lounge unlocked and get the contractors, and yeah, there's plenty of stuff that needs to be done, including, and probably most importantly of all, petting Cerberus. So, end of run 0. Join me tomorrow for run 1.